So this is how it usually goes. Usually there's an email that comes in off the website, or a phone call or a text that says, hey, can you make this? I got this idea, can you do this? My reaction varies, you know, sometimes it's, yeah, of course we can do that. We've done a bunch of them. Of course I don't say it that way, but that's how I feel. When this one came in, a whole different experience. It says, hey, you want to turn an RV into a bass? Yes.
We're dealing with something quite different this time.
What is it?
I hate to say this, looks like a long cylindrical object.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
We don't know what it is. It isn't ours.
Generally dismissed often as someone with an overactive imagination.
And there's no reason to doubt they saw something.
Yes, one of the things we've been focused on for a while here at 𝗕cie𝗀𝗃 is how we bring our brands that historically have lived largely in the digital space and bring them into the real world. So again, giant fish mouth coming out of the front, but in the bed of the truck, potentially putting cut-out bass boat. I'm Ryan Watson, Chief Marketing Officer and Chief Customer Officer here at 𝗕cie𝗀𝗃. The way this is going to turn heads on the road is going to be really exciting.
What's the horn like on that truck? Because I feel like we are going to get a decent amount of requests from the youngsters that drive by.
I think there will be a lot of that, yes.
My name's Brett Ford. I am the Director of Organic Social Media and Community here at 𝗕cie𝗀𝗃.
What's up, everybody? MT 𝗕𝗃𝗃 here. The 𝗕𝗃𝗃 here. I'm down here fishing the river with
4-aught EWG worm hook.
I think everybody that loves the outdoors and everybody that fishes is part of our target audience, and then also part of our community, you know, between all of the brands that we have under this 𝗕cie𝗀𝗃 umbrella.
We have a social community of over 2 million anglers around the US, and we really want to think through those opportunities we have to bring our brands, our content, our commerce experience to the lakes, the riverfronts, and the oceans across the US.
Welcome back to Uncharted.
We've been a strictly online company for as long as I've been here, and from a community standpoint, we do a ton on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. We used to have a Vine. We've just done everything we could to reach as many anglers as possible.
So how do we take the 𝗕cie𝗀𝗃 brand, all of our sub-brands, this great passion that the sport of fishing has, and the passion our followers and customers feel for our brands, how do we bring that to them? What we landed on initially was something experiential. And as we started to build this idea out more and more, we kept honing in on this idea of a roving tour. That's where this idea of the Bassmobile came from. So at 𝗕cie𝗀𝗃, we know a lot of things about fishing really well. Some of the things we don't know, though, is how to build a massive vehicle like this. The complexity of bringing something like Bassmobile to life is very hard to comprehend. So as we surveyed the landscape of people that could help us bring this to life, OutCold jumped to the front because we knew that they were an organization who has worked with everybody from the Dallas Mavericks down to small-scale companies to execute large, complex, experiential activations like this.
I think that the original email didn't have any visuals and stuff, and so I think that the team here kind of went wild with like, what could a Bassmobile be? Does it have real fish in it? Is it a giant fish? Is it whatever? It came in and we got very excited about it. We got the first initial phone calls and then started really digging into what is it really gonna take to turn an RV to a bass.
So the trial and error on this project was fascinating and fun and crazy. So as you can imagine, when you start with a challenge of let's build a fishmobile, we threw out everything under the sun. We started with a giant single RV, we went all the way down as small as a Sprinter van, and ultimately we landed somewhere in the middle. But again, the key components for us of this project was something mobile, number one, something that would be comfortable for the drivers, number two, but most importantly, something that would turn heads.
every RV is built differently, so we kind of had to go through this whole process of finding the RV and understanding that, but then finding the RV and then making sure that it could work and still become a Bass. Like you put this Bass on the RV, but the air conditioner still has to work and the ventilation still has to work, and like you have to be able to mount it so that it doesn't fly off the car. So there's a really bunch of challenges that go into that. And again, there isn't a blueprint for it, and most RVs are all different. So we didn't know what we were getting into until we got the RV. Putting a skin of a fish on a car is really easy, but making that car then drive 80 miles an hour down the highway is the hard part. When there's a challenge like that, everybody gets really, really excited, and then you have to build it, and you're like, I'm still excited, but this is a lot of work. We had a group come in that did this whole digital mapping of the RV, so we really could understand where everything was, its exact location, and then move it into fabrication. And we then had to fabricate brackets and attach them to the existing chassis of the RV to make sure that when it was built that these could attach to it. From there it went to wrap. It got a brand new skin, which anybody who's seen an RV knows that the decorations on an RV are terrible, so this wrap enhanced this thing like nobody's business. It stamps out and that people are gonna see it like crazy.
Hey Jeff, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good.
Good, I got Kyle and Mark on the call with us here. So our trailer and truck are still scheduled to go down to your shop next week. Yes, hopefully. They're getting repped right now. So we'll stay close on the process with that, but if all goes to plan, they should be ready to go next week, all wrapped. Which wrap looks really cool, so we're excited to see it all come together.
So last week they showed up with the trailer, and it's sitting out in the front yard. We're pretty excited about it. It has all the stainless steel brackets on it that we needed to build the skeleton of the fish. I'm Jeff Ryan. I'm the owner of Blockwire Manufacturing. We carve foam. We cut and coat EPS styrofoam. We put a hard coating on the outside of it to make it durable and useful. We make signs out of it. We do corporate logos, mascots, statues, anything that is unique and different that couldn't easily be made out of traditional building materials. We've been coordinating through OutCold, and their people are involved at different levels, so I'll call my people back and they'll do the big reveal and say, hey guys, it's ready to go pick up. Our process between now and then is put all these pieces together, assemble them onto the frames, get them up onto the trailer, test it, make sure it's right, then hard coat it and paint it, put them back on there, and once they're locked down, that's it. It's done. It's ready to go into use. And so somebody's going to come with a truck that's wrapped as cool as that trailer, hook up to it, and drive off to it, go impress some people. My favorite thing about this business is the look on people's face when they go, wow, that's cool. You know, if I can produce something that makes somebody else smile or makes somebody else happy, I'm happy. That's what I do.
So if you look outside in our offices here at 𝗙ecie𝗀𝗀𝗺, we have a very visible sign, something that people walking down the street here in downtown Chicago can see, which is 𝗙𝗿𝗶𝗃𝗲𝗍𝗍, who's our chief fishing officer, and he's holding up a sign that says, do not conform. It seems kind of silly, but for us, that really does sit at the heart of everything we represent as a company and our culture. We're still a small, scrappy group of anglers here in Chicago that love the sport, and we really are relishing this moment to be sort of the underdog, the small guy. Now we've grown, we still have a very big place in the industry, but we don't want to stray too far from that scrappy underdog mindset. And for us, do not conform, that principle translates through everything we've done on the Bassmobile. The design, the irreverence of how we're bringing our brands to life, but most importantly, the unique way that we feel this vehicle and this tour is going to connect with anglers all across the US.
Dunkin' looks good. Dunkin' coffee.
What are you most excited about, like where we're going?
Colorado.
Yeah.
Billy Strings, baby.
I think the state fair will be fun. And Luke Bryan. I'm Tyler Brick. I grew up in Chanhassen.
My name is Benny Schuman. I'm from Victoria, Minnesota.
I think it's just funny how many people come up and say it hi at gas stations.
Yeah.
Like anywhere
just
we go.
With the truck.
Yeah.
We've had so many eye lookers.
Yeah. They're like, well, what is this?
This is a Bassmobile.
What is the Bassmobile?
Just wait until we see.
Just people honking.
Wait until you see what we got on the back of this thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
First of all, we don't even know what the heck it looks like.
Yeah.
We've seen the trailer, we haven't seen the bass.
No one will let us see it.
Tyler and I met through fishing. We met our freshman year of high school, just started fishing, then we ended up working together. Every single day we'd work a 10-hour day together, and then we'd go out fishing after work.
I saw that 𝗕𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗃 was hiring for the Bassmobile, and Benny and I have always talked about traveling, and he always brought it up, like, hey, wouldn't it be cool to have, I guess, a company put something on where we could travel the country? And I was like, more so just kind of laughed at it because that just sounds insane. But then I saw this job come up, got a message to apply, and kind of a dream job. And we applied, went through the whole interview process, and here we are in Alabama.
We have made it here to Goshen, Alabama, where our Bassmobile, our home, is inside this garage right here. Let's open her up and see what she looks like. 3, 2, 1.
Let's see this thing. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
This thing is insane.
No way. Home.
Dude, I can't believe we're gonna be driving around in this one. What?
Dude.
This is way bigger than I thought.
I didn't expect this. And the tail. Oh my. Our home is a largemouth bass.
Thank you very much for making this look
Thank you.
insane.
This was awesome. We loved it. This is the project of the year, no doubt. Project of the year.
The Bassmobile has met its counterpart. We're ready to go. Show on the road.
Boom, look at that.
We're gonna make the best of it. It's gonna go great.
That is the overall mission. We are rescuing people from the indoors, fishing with any, I'm trying to.
Looks like fun.
What?
What? You're gonna make the best of the prison sentence. Like, if I have to do this, I'm gonna finally get my.
We are rescuing people from the indoors. That's it. That's all we're doing.